Zach Walker. And we are the co-directors of the theater department and of this show, Surge. As you're turning off your phone, we want to recognize two groups who have helped beyond what we can possibly imagine. Tonight in our audience, we have a contingency of the Northwest School of the Arts Thespians Troupe. They came on after a rehearsal for their spring musical, How to Succeed in Business Without Trying. You should go see it. I don't know anything about it. This awesome thespian troupe, we met at State, and they went home and they raised $2,500 for us.
We'd also like to thank Norris and and Europe from App State. As soon as we came back from Christmas, Karen said, "What do you need?" And jokingly, I said, $38,000, $28,000, some amount of thousands and tens of thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. And Karen said, "I can help you with that." And Zach and I said, "Okay." And $4,000 later,
we have had the good fortune to be able to talk a lot about this show and these students and this journey with Surge. And it got us thinking, without Helene, this show, the work, and this night never happens.
in fact, everything in this room is happening. Everything in this lobby is happening because of that 1,000-year storm. Out of the ashes, this work flies. Out of massive destruction, beautiful work, poetry, songs, plays are built.
Out of terrific sorrow and loss, State Line Resource Center is born. Like our students shared earlier, it has become very important to them, to us, to pay it forward and help those who are still stay helpers.
The State Line Resource Station, as you heard, was founded by and co-founded by former playmaker Ashley Gallagher. And Ashley and her business partner, they suffered tremendous loss. And in the face of that, they pulled together to help this community so much, and they still are. One of the things that they're going to do is create a tool library. What that means is you need to clear things off your land that's still hanging out from Helene and subsequent storms. You can go to their tool library and check it out, bring it back clean, and it's still in working condition. It costs you nothing. And they're not talking about like a hammer. They're talking about massive amounts of chainsaws, small Kubotas, small, what are the thingies that push the stuff from them? Bulldozers. The little. So, that's what they want to do. Specifically, the playmakers are enamored of this idea of helping State Line help future peoples recover.
Because of their desire to pay it forward and your willingness to help them, you're sending the playmakers to Baltimore and helping them give State Line $3,500.
The 1,000-year storm brought out the best in our mountain community, as we hope you've seen tonight. Our high school and our staff and our faculty had a front row seat to that in our fearless administrative team. Nothing in their job descriptions prepared them to, in a matter of hours, be distribution center leaders or wellness check coordinators or schleppers of many truckfuls of things to students, but they did it. They stepped up. They served. They are with and for. And it's an honor to welcome Scott Strickler to the stage.
And I'm off script. I would be totally remiss not to congratulate my colleague, Sarah Miller, as the Teacher of the Year for 2025.
Good evening. My name is Scott Strickler, and I have the pleasure of being the principal of Watauga High School. Today I was thinking about art. In our pockets, at computers at our house, on our televisions, we have millions of television shows, songs, pictures via social media that are of a professional quality never before seen in any generation. And yet to us, this seems so disposable. If we want to go on Netflix and watch an action movie, if it doesn't catch our interest in the first 30 seconds, it can be changed. If we begin to listen to a playlist and it doesn't get us to dance or get us to cry or get us to smile, whatever that emotion we want to evoke, we can go to the next one. I think here tonight you're going to see for the first, second, maybe fifth time, some students that have gone well above that. They make something that all of these people that were on stage before them talking about community, talking about coming together, talking about the importance of people around you, the importance of our community specifically. Tonight, you truly will get a treat to see some people that came together in the face of something we've never seen before in our lives and created something beautiful that is permanent, not momentary, that they, as I hope you do, will remember and enjoy for the rest of their lives. Thank you so much.
Hey there, High Country. Let me try it this way. 1450-96.5 WATA, Mark in the morning here. I am Mark Norris. I am a proud alumni of Watauga High School a long time ago, 1988. Shout out class of 1988. I was never a playmaker, but I have never been more proud to call Watauga High School my alma mater and the High Country Mile. In the very last page, not the back, but the last page of your program, is a logo that says High Country Heroes. I worked at the radio station and have for about the last year and a half. And shortly after the storm, it was apparent that there were stories after stories after stories of businesses, of individuals, of organizations, of churches that just went above and beyond. The phone started ringing and people would say, have you heard about this person? Have you heard about this business? And inside that same program, opposite the picture of the logo, is a list of all of the different individuals that I've had the pleasure and honor of interviewing on my show. We call it High Country Heroes. Special shout out tonight to Beach Mountain Ski Resort, Talia Freeman and all her staff sponsored all the segments. And we have just been, and I say it all the time, people think I'm joking. I've done 43 of them to date. 43 different interviews, and there's probably that many more left to go. And before I tell you the real reason I stand up here tonight, what is a hero? Have you ever wondered that? Because there are some heroes in this room that I think need to be recognized. I know the house lights are not on, but if you are a parent or a relative of any of these young men and women, would you please stand? You can be seated, but you truly have raised some of the most dynamic young men and women I've ever met. They're incredible. They are incredible. One more shout out of some heroes in the room that have gotten sidebar mentions. But if you are an employee of Watauga County School System, would you please stand? Dr. Smith from Valley Cruces told her story, but every single one of you, no matter what grade you teach, no matter if you drive a school bus, work in the cafeteria, or on the maintenance department, whatever you do, I have had the privilege and honor of looking into the faces of all of these people I've interviewed, and they don't want to hear me say this, but I do it anyway, and I say, thank you for being a hero. Thank you for going above and beyond what was expected all the time. But I asked you a moment ago, what is a hero? This is so cliche, but if you look up the literal Oxford definition of the word hero, this is what it says. A person who is admired or idealized for three things: courage, outstanding achievement, and noble qualities. Courage, outstanding achievement, and noble qualities. 3 times in the last 4 or 5 months since the storm happened, I have had the unbelievable and awesome privilege of interviewing many of these playmakers on my show, and there's a few extroverts in the crowd, by the way. But this past week when they were on my show talking about tonight, I read that to them, and I looked them in the faces, and I said, whether you guys know this or not, you have helped the high country in ways for healing that goes way beyond cleaning up debris. It goes way beyond restoring power or cleaning up flood damage. You have truly helped folks in the depths of their soul. And if you would help me tonight, they're all backstage getting ready. But can we put our hands together for every one of these young men and women because they are heroes? One last selfish request, if I may. I know that you know stories of heroes that haven't even been shared with me yet, and we're hoping this segment just lasts forever. In all honesty, we're going to continue to do it for as long as we have to so that we can uplift and honor every single person. So now, I get to have the dubious honor of starting the last performance of Surge in the High Country. Playmakers, are you ready?
Yes!
Your time begins now.